Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Teri at Holding Your Space and Gerald from Tarot Stash.
Hello, I'm glad to be here.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. So, hey, everybody. So nice to see you all. And thanks for being here.
Mhm.
Um, you know, there's a lot going on right now, and we thought that this would be fun time for everybody and doing some readings and channelings and on in mediumship on famous people.
Yes.
Yeah. So today we are doing Cleopatra, which I
Mhm.
think will be a lot of fun. And
Yes.
and at the anytime today that you think about something or after the end of this or whatever, let us know who you'd want. So we're
Yes.
kind of this is the first show like this that we're doing.
It is, and we're simulcasting this, so you may not see all of the chat because it's going on both Teri and my channel and Tarot Stash. So just give a thumbs up, do that, show your support, and yeah. Yes, Ramon. Wow, double feature Gerald, and yes, but wait, there's more. I'm on again tonight for the Mystic Four. So
Wow, how many shows today are you doing?
I'm doing 3, and it's good because I love this. I love this. This makes me happy.
It makes me happy too, I love that,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it is
and
a
you
lot
do
of
a
fun.
lot of lives too. So
Usually I do, I have 4 tomorrow, but,
for
today
tomorrow.
just I have meditation today and this.
She just drops it. I have 4 tomorrow. I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I do, I really enjoy it,
Yeah.
and then I'll have a few days where I won't be doing them. But, let's say hello to some people, there's so many people
Yay.
here, so great. Annie Bear, hello. Kiba, um, Teresa, Pisces Greater TK, how are you, beautiful?
Hello.
Marby, Lalima, Sony, Lalima, that's beautiful, or Lalima. Hmm.
Mhm.
Teresa Baltazar, another Teresa,
Yes.
Lolita, A Lightworker, good to see you, dear. Moon Scarab, I love
Yeah.
that. It's
Do you
beautiful.
wanna remove his, chat from or his
Oh, yeah, great idea.
I mean, you don't have to, you can keep it up.
No,
And
I'll
we'll
remove
all
it.
just look at Ramon.
I liked what he said. I like their,
Yes.
beautiful thing there.
Yeah,
So, anyway, there
I
we go.
distracted you, sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool, man. Mysterious mystical moments, Monday blessings.
Hello,
Ooh,
hello.
get that M thing going on. I'm digging
Yes, yes,
that,
yes.
right? Apacia Rising,
Hey, Beth.
Stacey May, Catitude. Ooh, wow. The
Mhm.
best chatters are here. Sonia, hello, beautiful. Um, let's see. Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Hello, hello.
And Lady Silver, 1111, Martha Bean, Anna Peters, Lori. Hey, Lori, what's going on? Okay, so we'll be here doing this all day. I love this. Hey, so Cleopatra.
Yes.
What a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I knew she was famous. I knew she was beautiful. I'd seen the movies, but then you get into everything.
Then you get into some of the historic facts as we know them
Yeah.
because um I because one of the things that, when Teri approached me about this, I was like going, wouldn't it be great to find out what this person, what they're known for, what gifts they brought, and then what might we learn from them, thinking about what did they offer and what could we learn. So so I did that overachiever thing, and I went to my local library's website, pulled up some research in some of the documents, and here are 10 facts about Cleopatra, the legendary queen of the Nile. She was the last ruler of the Ptolemaic dynasty, and she was highly intelligent and well educated. And that's really important because she's highly intelligent, well educated. That's awesome. Here's a weird fact. She married 2 of her brothers.
Yeah.
I'm not going, that's just bizarre, but anyhow. Her beauty was the product of Roman propaganda. And this is one of those things that I was telling Teri this backstage. And so because the contemporary visual sources show Cleopatra with a large pointed nose, narrow lips, and sharp jutting chin. So I think that's one of the interesting things that, and it also goes back to some of the things that she said is so why not use that propaganda in your benefit?
Mm-hmm.
And she was a popular pharaoh, and she used her image as a political tool. So I'm going back to that Roman thing. And she was a strong and successful leader. Her lovers were also her political allies. And she was in Rome when Caesar was killed.
Yeah.
So, and okay. And what did Beth say?
Oh, she said it was common to marry your siblings to keep the kingdom together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to ramble on? Because,
Yeah, go for it. I love it.
Because, okay, so one of the things that I was really curious about, Teri, is what lessons can Cleopatra teach us about power? Number 1, perseverance and charm are a powerful combination.
Alchemy.
So, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the powerful can be ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's that Cleopatra was not always charming. Sometimes she was ruthless.
Yeah.
And she was involved directly or indirectly with the death of her 3 siblings. And here's an interesting one. Your enemies will try to defame you. So your enemies they'll do anything to get through. And even the powerful can face double standards. Although Caesar and Antony were both regarded as womanizers, it is Cleopatra who was the only with only the 2 men over the last 18 years of her life that was branded as a ruthless, ruinous seductress. So she, had a tendency to that. And power is enhanced through strategic alliances. I mean, so we know these amazing things about Cleopatra, but she did things like she implemented economic reforms to strengthen Egypt's economy. And she was also, she learned Egyptian because she was originally from Greece, and no one, she wanted to learn Egyptian to be able to communicate. So, and you had also said that she established a powerful navy and alliance with Rome. And so you were talking about that, the navy. So I'll stop talking for a second to take a sip because.
Okay. Yeah, she was smart and strategic. That's right, Beth. Yeah, she was amazing. So she was also felt like she was the embodiment or reincarnation of Isis. And so she was very mystical. They said that she had a laboratory, which was all lost in a fire, and she kept records of how to mix different potions. and she was very much into Wiccan as well, that she was working with earth magic and herbs and elixirs. And it said, there's a question here, that she wasn't a galactic, that there are a hybrid of some respect, that she her navy had certain powers, and they could move where other navies couldn't. And also that there were the orbs. Like if you look in some of the hieroglyphs and whatnot, and she could read hieroglyphs. When you looked at the orbs around them, there's always a circle around them. And they're saying perhaps this is through travel. And they see this in Hinduism, you see it in um, uh, Christianity and Muslim and lots of different faiths, and the Greeks as well. But you see that orb, that circle, a lot in all those religions around these entities. So are they traveling through time and space? And there's the thought that she brought her powers from Atlantis. So was she born in Greece or Egypt, or was she already around? Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
See, and I love this. This is part of the fun that Teri and I were having. It's just like, whoa, ooh, wow, okay. So, and yes, Beth, she did not die from poisonous snake bite. I was trying to find exactly what it was. But yeah, that's fascinating.
Well, and she worked with snake bites. I mean, or with venom. I mean, that
Yeah.
was part of her alchemy, that she was working with all that. So, and would she have put herself to sleep or in a coma of some respect, that they would have thought she were dead, so that she would come back? Which is, a lot of people think that Jesus did something similar, that he didn't really pass away, that he and Mary Magdalene traveled to India and had children. And they believed this with Cleopatra as well, that she went to India. And anyway, it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I see Marita said, I recently learned that she would send her ship sails with Jasmine to seduce people into welcoming her arrival.
Oh, Maruta, that's amazing. Maruta always has the good stuff,
I
right?
love it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so she was really good at, and that's a certain type of alchemy, isn't it? To be able to enhance your appearance and to be able to enhance your energy so that people are drawn to you. And I think that she was really good at that. She spoke so many languages.
She spoke like 7 languages.
Something crazy like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think when you're tapped into energy, creative energy, you can just tap into that energy, can't you? Of a language, like light language. Like a lot of people that speak light language, they didn't learn it somewhere. It just comes. And have you ever been somewhere and you've got somebody sitting next to you and they're speaking French or something, and you know what they're talking about? You just,
Oh, there's a
you know,
feeling. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, really interesting. Anyway, so she followed the ancient Greek gods, or excuse me, the Egyptian gods. Were they called the Pardor? I can't pronounce that word.
Uh,
Gods of Isis, Horus, Amon, Ra,
I'm not sure.
Hathor, Bastet, Thoth, Anubis, Ptah, and of course Isis. So she felt like she was the embodiment of Isis, and which is very interesting because we also have all over, all religions. We have like so many of them that do that. And this is actually the Hindu goddess Parvati, but she would be the Hindu of Isis, or one of them, and the Divine Mother, which could be Mary or Lakshmi. Also, that that's the embodiment of Isis. So we all feel that divine feminine, and it's interesting that this is like the I don't know if this is the beginning of patriarchy or when patriarchy kind of takes over matriarchy. That that there is a thing where all of a sudden the woman is the seductress and she's the wrong one and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. She gets blamed for stuff that she didn't do. So,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Amanda Carroll?
Amanda Carroll's Love Me a Winged Goddess. I'm looking, well, of course.
No joke. No joke. So, um, so a lot of people believe that she was a non-human species. The Navy was very advanced. Supposedly she died at 39. But somebody here was talking about that they think they found her tomb, and they think they did. Also, some people think that her tomb might be underwater because Alexandria is underwater, a
Oh,
lot of it. So, and Antony, her, I don't know if he was her twin flame or what, but they were certainly attracted to each other.
oh yeah.
He felt like he was the embodiment of the Greek god Dionysus.
Dionysus.
Dionysus. How do you pronounce that? Dionysus?
Dionysus.
Dionysus. Okay. Anyway, and he's like the god of wine and orchards and fruits and also being, what would you call it? Lavish, I guess.
Oh.
You know,
Mhm.
overindulgence sometimes.
Yes.
And so it's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I was also, I found this article from the displacednation.com, and it was things that we learn from 6 beauty and fashion lessons for world travelers from Cleopatra. And you're going to love these, but they make sense knowing how intelligent she was. Outward appearances count, especially when visiting other cultures. If we think about royalty and people who go visit other cultures, it's the best attire because you want to give that first impression and become an ambassador for your home nation's styles. So embrace that style. Oh, and study the women of other nations for their beauty and fashion secrets. And beauty on its own is never enough. Cultivate a little something extra. And I love that because let's face it, she was intelligent. She could speak 7 languages. She was strategic. On the same note, never be afraid to project an an aura of mystery. Mystery is always good. And pearls are a girl's best friend.
I love a pearl.
So there you go.
Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful.
So,
yeah, it's really interesting. So if you guys have any questions about Cleopatra, go ahead and throw them in there. I think I did see a couple of things that came up here. Lady Silver's talking about getting a message from Sylvia Brown. We will look at that later. Lady Silver, I love that, but that would be another show that we could do. And Beth was talking about there's a whole where current forensic scientists take apart clues from the past and use modern scientists. Oh, that's when you already said that.
Yeah, I spotted that.
Yeah, got you on it.
Well, and if you have questions that if you want a message from Cleopatra, we can try that as well because I'm using my Egyptian tarot deck. So I'm willing to try that.
I love that.
these before. So.
Oh, you know what I hadn't thought of? I do have an Isis deck around here somewhere.
Oh, well, that's good. Ooh.
Gosh, and I just remembered it. Let me see if it's right here in front of me. It might be in my other desk. Whoops. Which is in another room.
And to answer Silver's question, the research that I have about did she really bear Caesar's son? She had 4 children. Cleopatra had one son with Julius Caesar, who she named Caesarion, Little Caesar. After her suicide, Caesario was killed under orders by the Roman Emperor Augustus, and Cleopatra had 3 children with Mark Antony. So, and 2 of those children were twins, Cleopatra Selene and Alexandra Helios, who are also like goddesses. So.
Ooh, these are really good questions, you guys. I'm starring them. Do you want to read on that? If he was truly Caesar's son?
Oh, sure.
It would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Getting a lot of beautiful questions. We will try to answer as many as we can.
Hi, Wiki. Wiki's got a great question too, and Aaron does too.
Oh, yeah, she did. He was, because I got the Warrior of Cups. So this is the Knight of Cups. So, of course, it was a passionate love affair that became quite burdensome. And the timing was everything, the 7 of Scepters. So I think I get the feel, but I also get the feeling, yes. And oh, look, and it's the wheel or the Sphinx. So it just makes sense that this was, I don't know if she meant to make it happen, but it happened.
Yeah, I get a big yes too. And I get the Scorpion energy that comes in. And I don't know if she was a Scorpio or if Caesar was, but I always think of the Scorpios as being like pretty sensual, pretty sexy, pretty fiery, just a beautiful energy. And then I get the Cobra, and that's her. So yeah, she was working on that. But yeah, I think it was his child. Definitely. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the stars. And Sonia says, "Hello, beautiful Sonia. I would love a message from her."
Okay. Like the discussion in Egyptian class. I would imagine so. Well, think about it. How many years ago was that? And we're still talking about Cleopatra?
Right? And how many powerful women leaders like her have we had since then? And is this our time, right? That we're coming into this new yuga, the yuga of the feminine, the divine feminine. And not just the divine feminine, but balance with the divine masculine. So pretty interesting.
Okay, so Sonia, what I have for you is I have the Slave of the Pentacle, which is basically the Page of Pentacles. Watch your money. Know exactly where your money's going. Pay attention to that because you control your money. The 3 of Cups, the card of is, and I would say for Cleopatra, know who you invite to your table and who you enjoy, you have come to your celebrations, because this is definitely, well, it's like some of your allies can be your enemies too, especially, things can get complicated. So pay attention to that. And then I have the crown of the Magi, or the world.
Oh, nice.
I would say that you have the ability to bring a great deal of success to your efforts. You just have to believe and understand that that's what you're doing, and make sure you control what is around you. Always know what's going on. So, thanks, Sonia.
Yeah, I get a lot of the same. So Sonia, you have someone connecting to you, a loved one in heaven, and I'm feeling like she's feminine, but she might have been a really strong feminine being. As somebody that's coming through, one of your either a guide, or I think it was an ancestor, or is an ancestor, and as she comes through, she's like not Medusa, but well, yeah, like Medusa. So Medusa gets a bum rap like Cleopatra does, right?
Yes.
And Medusa was a fierce, strong opponent, but she was also the divine feminine. And so you've got power behind you, lots of power.
Yeah.
Being the peaceful warrior. So watching what you're doing, and look at all that beautiful orange and yellow energy around her, working with her senses, working with her solar plexus, her other brain. So really, when things come in, when you get choices, like Gerald said, watch what you're doing. And this is good for everybody, especially right now with all this energy here, abiding in ourselves. Like, do I really feel like doing this? Is what really the authentic me wants to do? And then trust your vibes. So you know it. Just read your own energy there, because you know what is really good for you. Sometimes we just forget to listen to ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Okay. Lovely. Oh, Pamela's here. Hello, beautiful Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
Let's see. I am still doing this. Yeah, right? Trusting in our own vibes, Pamela. Man, that's a lesson, right? Okay. Maruta. I just got an Egyptian Art Nouveau deck. It's beautiful. Ooh, Maruta.
Nice.
I love that. And then Aaron has a great question. Did Cleopatra incarnate as another important historical figure after or before her life as Cleo?
Interesting. I see a lot of people coming in that I haven't said hi to. Hi, everyone. So thank you for being here. We're simulcasting, so there's lots of lovely chat going on. So you may not see all of it. I'm getting there.
I'm getting that she has come in a lot as a guardian and a soul guide or spirit guide. She worked with Mahatma Gandhi. She may have had something to do with Joan of Arc. She has a lot of that same energy, but in that incarnation, she was more of a warrior. But she was a warrior with love still. And again, she was not that incarnate, but she was a a spirit guide for her. And yeah, she was a spirit guide for her. I think that she is now like sixth or seventh dimension, and
Mm.
and not so much here on this planet, and this density is hard for her to come to, but working with the raw collective, which would be seventh density at least, and some 11th density. What do you get, Gerald?
I'm getting more yes than no. In particular, she shows up when historical figures um, are they're on the outside. They have something has happened to them to set them apart from others. So she helps to actually um, um, she helps them when to build that community and to get things accomplished, to build alliances. So when they're set out, so I have a feeling she is. I like how you said it. She's like a guide, spirit guide to help. I think that actually shows up in what I have, because there's all about returning balance. When there's a person is struck, when a historic figure is struck with indecision, to really help them understand, okay, here's what it is we need to do, to give that insight. And I also get the feeling she may have come in just as in a dream,
Oh,
to have that aha moment.
okay. I've got another wormhole. What about a walk-in?
Oh, absolutely, could have been a walk-in.
Yeah. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I could definitely see her walking in. Um, um, who was the young woman that was killed a year ago? They just had the anniversary of her death. And oh gosh, was it Afghanistan? She wasn't wearing the hijab.
I
Um,
can't remember.
Mati, I can't remember her last name. Beautiful young woman, and they killed her. And when somebody needs to stand up for something, Iran. Thank you, Gina. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when there's great fear there, her coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, Maruta. Okay, okay. Let's move on to the next one. I love these, you guys. These are great questions.
They are.
Um, Wiki, it would be interesting to see if Cleopatra had anything to say about the blowback of the casting decision of the latest movie about her. Ooh. Okay. I don't know who's in the latest movie. Do you?
I do not.
I don't watch very many movies, you guys, unless they're rom-coms. I am like, I shelter my energy so much. I don't watch a lot. Um, let's see. Oh, yeah, she was a reporter and So Loved, right, Austri? Yeah. Yeah. Um, so what she thought. I think she feels like anybody that gets they cast a black actress to play her. She would have loved that because, even though she was, her ancestry was Greek, um, she is, I mean, everybody around her was all different colors, so, of caramel and darker and, you know, I think that would have been the way to do it. Hey, Julie. But, yeah. Oh, it was on a Netflix series. Thanks, Pamela.
Mm.
She's fine with that. She wants her story out there, and she wants the divine feminine story out there, the rising of that.
What's interesting is I have 3 major arcana cards,
Yeah.
and I have the balance and the sword. So this is basically justice. It's 8. I have the dazzling light, which is the sun, and I have the sacrifice, which is the Hanged One, which tells me what I'm hearing is I'm actually hearing the only bounce back she has about it is the actor is more beautiful than she was.
Oh,
But she's actually like, of course it would, it makes perfect sense, and the person has the presence, I would say. So, um,
yeah. And I love this because I get tough light codes coming in.
okay.
So yeah, yeah. So they're revealing things. Gosh, revealing new things about that. And um, and then we get the halls of immense initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, incarnations. So yeah, she might have been supervising part of that script. I don't know, or
Well, yeah,
trying to.
but I still get loud and clear, Terry. The idea of is the second, she's prettier than I was, and she's like, it's okay, you know. So that's fun.
Yeah,
Gosh, what a fun question. Thank you.
yeah. Ooh, nice one, Julie. Okay. Okay. Then okay, got that.
Hmm.
And sorry, you guys. I'm trying to. I wonder what Cleopatra thinks about the USA never having a president, and does she see? Oh, never having a female president, and does she see Kamala Harris becoming the first? Interesting.
Pamela, yes, I would say she may have definitely been a star seed. Listen to me. She may have been she was a star seed. Terry, you talked about that early on. So,
Yeah, yeah, she was definitely a hybrid, maybe even came from Atlantis and galactic, and not even a hybrid, but insinuated herself at the right place at the right time.
yeah.
So, okay. Oh, golly, did I just get rid of somebody's question?
Or you can click back on the other one that you had starred.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for now. Oh, Kamala Harris. Thank you, Deanne. DFL rocks. I wonder what Cleopatra thinks about the USA never having a female president. Does she see Kamala Harris becoming the first?
I'm just chuckling because it's been long enough time in coming. This is the Seven of Scepters. It's about time, and things are going to show up to do that. And I actually say, I think it's a distinct possibility that Harris could be. However, I'm also getting the impression it's about freaking time. If you want it done right, everyone else has done it except the United States.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if everyone else has done it, but ones that have done it have been with great success.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and I hear her just like cheering on Kamala, saying, she's my girl, she's my girl. And she's got this. I don't know if Kamala has Egyptian heritage, but it's part of the divine matrix. Like
Oh, yeah.
this is something that we're entering into, and this is our time. If she doesn't stay as president, she'll be acting president for a while. But it might be another 8 years or 4 years before that divine matrix turns into the spot where it needs to be, because we're going through an upgrade right now. So the solar light upgrade, and we might need some more enlightenment, especially in certain parties in the government, before it's elected. But I do see Kamala Harris coming in as acting president for a time. And it's a stellar gateway activation. So it's kind of changed the way that we look at things. We might need more help in Congress before that happens.
Yeah, but I think it's time. It's actually over time.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Definitely.
So these are great questions, and everybody, best chatters always bring the best questions.
Yeah, for sure. Astri 3. I actually would like to know if in one of my lives I was part of the Egyptian era.
Okay. I would actually like to know if one of my past lives was part of the Egyptian era. Egyptian adjacent is what I feel. Not quite in Egypt, but one of the surrounding areas. It felt very much like you traveled through. And you didn't have, you had dealings with people from Egypt, but not living with, or not in Egypt, but around, and there was an influence of. So, because yeah, a lot of energy suggesting travel around that. So you may have been a merchant who actually worked with and traded with. So, or a warrior. I'll stop talking now.
No, I love it. I love it. It's great. Yeah, I'm getting the same, Gerald. Like maybe Mesopotamian or
Uh,
something like this. I know I met some people years ago that were Mesopotamian, and they were like Greek gods. I mean, the most beautiful people I'd ever seen. This man and this woman, and kind of that magical allure too, like Cleopatra had. So, but I do think that you were around the Raw, and I'm thinking this is Atlantis, Austria. That working with Atlantis and Lemuria, which I think a lot of us here as light workers have worked with Atlantis and Lemuria, and a lot of us are coming back for the first time since then, and here to help with the change. So, yeah, that would be the same as Gerald said, the same.
Yeah, and I would say part of what you were trading is you were trading. You were working with metal, doing some metal, and I have a lot of cups in my readings. So, yeah, metal, pentacles, cups. So there you go.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Austri. Yeah, Cleopatra is the perfect example of the Empress, isn't she?
Oh, true.
Yeah. Lottie B asks, is she incarnated now? And I think we already answered that.
Yes, she's well, it was referenced. She's not incarnate. She's actually helping. She's supporting. She's guiding.
Yeah.
So.
And Lady Silver says, was a woman pharaoh who had to wear a beard to be respected.
Yeah, I think it's just like the costume sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Lottie B said, yes, you did. Thanks. So we did.
Okay. Do Cleo's descendants, I love that, Cleo, still walk the earth currently?
Yes, I don't need cards for that.
Ditto. Yeah. Yeah. And she's saying, "You are all my descendants. I'm your mother." So, and she was an aspect of the divine mother of Isis.
Yeah.
So, she doesn't differentiate with color or um, gender or anything like that, or lines in the earth. So beautiful love from her. Oh my God, she's just so honored to be here.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh, is this a question Astrid already asked. Okay, this must be a question for Sherry. Hi, Sherry. I love Sherry. Pamela, I've been getting feathers and hummingbirds, all my spiritual signs around me. But as a psychic medium, you know it's hard to read yourself. Amen.
Yes. If you want to turn that into a question, is I would be paying attention to what kind of feathers. I would also say pay attention to where you find them and what you're thinking about right when you find them, because that also can add a layer from your spirit guides. But those feel to me like, Pamela, those are messages from your spiritual team. So I would say specifically pay attention to what it is you're done already. Front porch. Well, okay. What are they inviting into your home? Be careful about what you're inviting into your home. So she said, yes, aware. So I think that they could be dropping lots of little gifts and little gems at you. So
yeah, and I feel like they're like Gerald said, they're dropping these gems and they're wanting you to nest. It's something about build it and they will come. Build your nest and hatch your eggs, your little chickies. So
put down some roots so some things can come to fruition.
Yeah. Are you thinking about moving, Pamela? Changing your nest, or is your nest getting shinier? I think your nest might be the comfort of your nest might be getting fluffier, and you might be seeing new beauty in it. And I think they want you to notice how much you've been working on that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah. It's like, woohoo.
Okay. I am not John. Hi, John. May I have a message from Cleopatra? John, I'm thinking that she's saying, you are my child. She takes ownership of you and your path, what you're working on right now. And she's kind of pushing you forward like on a boat on her Navy, and guiding you through the waters. So I don't know if you feel that energy at your back sail there, but you've got all this energy coming at you to push you in something that you're doing. She's really excited about.
I got Cleopatra wants you to remember to stay with what you're doing. This is the 9 of Wands. You only have you need to stay the course. You're almost done with it because it's going to help you transform. This is the Hierophant, or the Master of the Arcanes. It's going to help you understand how to operate in a new way to access information. So you're learning how to energetically work with this, because the outcome is then you will actually learn that lesson, and then you can actually move to the next step.
Wow. That's beautiful. Completion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
definitely a
cycle.
completion, because here is you're not quite done. Here you're done. That part of it is finished. So
Yeah. And I think questions are probably closed because we're almost at the hour now, dear. But please come back. We'll be back again in a couple of weeks.
mhm.
Okay.
Setting sail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm not John. Um, Maruda thought of a question. Did Cleopatra have any starseed origins?
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely the Raw and Octurian
Mhm.
is what I'm hitting on there, Maruda. And it comes in full force. So not her first rodeo, she's saying.
Mhm.
So she's like, didn't I just, honey? But yeah, she's been there and done that on many different planets, like a lot of us.
Yeah.
And um, she's like of that density now. Her collective is that she's
Mhm.
just coming in all light. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd just say yes. But I'm learning about the starseed origins and that, so I can't say which ones.
Yeah,
Julie Johnson.
I know. Hi, Julie. Does Cleopatra have a message for women's rights?
Uh, yes. Know what you stand for. Know who you are. 2 of Swords. Look to the stars and pay attention to the timing, because these things are women's rights are they need the attention. They need to be taken out of the darkness and put into the light, and show up and do the hard work. Don't just sit back. Okay is not okay. So Cleopatra's message would be to speak your truth, and to speak it, and to use some of her lessons to help engage, and to um, also raise your boys to expect and to treat women appropriately. So they need to respect, because sometimes you have to start with the sometimes you have to start with the younger generation. That's a part of how you change it. And then the other part is you get out there and you make it change. So
That's powerful. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. She's saying stand up, stand up. I think there's a song. And she's kind of dancing to it. But she also says that don't forget the power that we have as women. Um, and and part of that, she's saying not as a seductress, but as making this attractive, that that um, that something that they want for their mothers and their children and their sisters and their
Mhm.
brothers, and to make it that it's all for all for one and one for all. That she wants everybody to make sure that they're speaking up for everyone, not just for one, because there's so many that are not being served now.
Hmm. Yeah, it's very much a don't stand by.
Yeah, yeah, really beautiful. Lady Silver, can you please ask her if there was a temple of beauty in her time or if it ever existed? She's kind of got her hand on her hip and say, honey, when you find my tomb, you're going to know it. So, yeah, the temple of Isis, the temple of Kali, the temple of Tara, um, the Our Lady of Guadalupe. Um, those are all temples of beauty of the divine feminine. And then she's saying, don't forget Archangel Michael, and those are all temples of different types of beauties that are different. Does that make sense? Individual.
Yeah, I oh there were temples that had beauty aspects to them, and sometimes she I it feels very much like um she totally would have built one, especially to be able to elevate the women in her surroundings. So it would have been that. I'm not sure what the heck I'm saying right now.
Me either. I think it's like something, and I keep getting a hint that it's something about the law of attraction, and that's what she was working with making people think that she was beautiful, and she's like, I was just this girl, you
Oh,
know.
she did say, Silver said, I elaborated on my question later on. So,
Oh, okay. Huh. Um, Let me see if I find it in here starred. Oh, I don't. I'm sorry. But
okay.
if you wanna put it in there again, we can come back to the Temple of Beauty was a healing place for disfigurements. Oh, no wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder we were having a hard time with that. Thanks, Lady Silver.
Yeah.
And nice new little picture there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So, and I mean, it totally would have because she would have seen worth in everything.
yeah, yeah.
So,
There was in this time, the Ra and the Atlanteans brought forward healers that were very much like what was in Atlantis and Lemuria, and it would have been like these healers would have been able to suspend a body and work on them, and kind of like a cocoon setting, that they
mhm.
were just bathed in this light, and they had very advanced healing at this time, much different than what we have now, but we're remembering it. So she was still connected to that. Not everybody was at that time.
Yeah, Deanne, women never lost their rights. We are natural born leaders.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Okay. Let's see.
because we probably got time for one more.
Oh yeah, golly. Um Aaron asks, I always wondered if Cleopatra had an otherworldly connection with Elizabeth Taylor. Both were pretty extraordinary. Wow, great question.
I would say yes, in particularly because Elizabeth Taylor had a special star quality about her, so she was able to connect in to that star quality of Cleopatra, and that was able to come through on film. So, and yes, it was mutually beneficial, and I actually think Elizabeth got some of her approaches on solving things from Cleopatra.
Yeah, I agree. She was definitely channeling in the energy, and that's
Yeah,
just an instance of her coming in and not necessarily doing a walk-in, but maybe a walk-through.
yeah,
And you know, Elizabeth Taylor was stunning, but in her young days, but she had an allure about her also, a magnetism that attracted people, men, women. I mean, she just
it was a
children.
star quality. Yeah, just
Yeah,
yeah,
like Cleopatra. Very much a daughter of Isis. Very much. Well, gosh, Gerald, this has been fun.
this has been great. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm still getting chills.
Yes.
So, this has been a lot of fun. Um, everybody on both channels, please, in the comments later on, after we close this out, I mean, like and subscribe to everybody for sure, but
Mhm.
then, list in the comments, underneath the video when it comes out and let us know who you want to do next, who you're interested in. So we already have one vote for Sylvia Brown, which
Mhm.
I think is a great idea. And then anybody else, what you think, what would you like? So
Yeah. Let us know, because are you going to tell them that this is going to be a regular thing?
oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So this is a regular thing.
I love it. This is a regular thing.
Yeah, this is our new show. So this is our new thing. I think it went well. Our
I think
first
it went
time
very well.
doing it. Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
much fun, Gerald.
Yeah. And I always appreciate when, if someone can be someone, we can go down the rabbit hole of who this person was and what might we learn from this person. So if we're doing readings like with Cleopatra, what are some of the top 10 things Cleopatra did? What made her famous? So, there's some,
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be recent past, it can be distant past. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Are you saying that she's my recent past? Sorry.
Yeah,
I couldn't pass that one
I don't know what I was saying there. Could be.
out. No. Mae West. Ooh, Julie. Freddie Mercury, right?
Mercury.
Oh, man. Yeah, I love those. I love
It
all
can be
those.
anyone, Mary. It can be anyone.
Yeah,
I actually,
anybody.
I do have a list of people that I'm curious about. So, uh,
Yeah,
people will just have to like and subscribe to pay attention to what's coming next.
yeah, yeah. So please do. And, we'll be doing this one, if not in 2 weeks, then in 3 weeks, I think is what we were talking about.
We're doing third Monday of the month.
That's right, once a month, we're gonna do it.
Yep.
Thank you.
But in the
And
meantime, The lovely Teri is doing channeled messages with me and Betsy on October 10th.
Yeah.
So it will be awesome.
And what else do you have coming up, Gerald?
Well, later today, I am hosting the Mystic Four.
Ooh, nice.
And I have tomorrow, I am on with Jane the Seeker for Tuesdays with Tarot Stash, exclusively on Jane the Seeker Tarot.
Oh.
And tomorrow afternoon, I'm doing a book casual for Real Sky Astrology with Julie Kusha Watts. We're talking about the astrological houses. And
Wow.
and then I'm on with the Cool Crone, Colleen. We're doing conversation about Mabon, or the autumnal equinox. And then Thursday, I am doing with Deb, Angela, and Chris Yao a laugh and learn about knot magic, KNOT.
Really?
And then we have long stash readings on Friday.
Is that like chords? Not.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
tune in. Tune in and listen.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting.
So we got a Freddie Mercury. So
yeah, I love him. I've got Teri Suzuki on the channel tomorrow at 3.
love them.
And Reverend Saul's coming on, everybody.
Oh, good.
So I'm hoping he's up to it. Yeah, at 5. And then Jane is on. I'm going to be on Jane's channel. I'm not sure if we're going to stream that or not. 2 Loopy Lightworkers. So we're coming back with that. She took a little time off, but
love that.
Secret Tarot. Yeah. And I have a special guest on Thursday, Sharon Mullen, who is a trauma specialist. And she works with somatic work and shaking. So get shook up there. It'll be fun.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Oh, Napoleon's wife, Josephine. Yes, that sounds beautiful, Sonia. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for being here and have a fabulous week. We will see you later.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.